Hey friend, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video I haven't done in a while, and that is a favorites video. I'm super excited to be doing another favorites video. So today I'm going to just be sharing my current favorites with you. This isn't going to be like a late April favorites because these are favorites I've been loving over the past 4 months, I'd say, since I've been in school. I think the last favorites video I actually did was in January, so it's been a bit. So we need to kind of recap everything I've been loving. And I've been loving a lot of different things and kind of stuff, like a bunch of different products, and I feel like this is a great way to show you like all my favorites because I've been testing these out and just using these for like 4 months now, and some of them I've been like using for less time, but these are mostly the things I've been using for a while, so you know I love them if I'm mentioning them. So yeah, let's just get right into this favorites video and everything. I'm super excited. I love talking about my favorites. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so I'm first start off with skincare and everything. I don't have too many products, but I do have a few things I'd like to mention. So I have a new favorite cleanser that I've been using and I love this. I'm obsessed with it and it's from the drugstore. So this cleanser is actually from CeraVe. This is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser for normal to dry skin because I've been going through acne, and if you see my acne vlogs or acne updates, you would know that. So this is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Like I said, it just looks like this, and I believe it has 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid in it. I love this cleanser. It is so good. It just, throughout acne, I had pretty dry skin. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't like peeling, but it was pretty bad, and it just really kept my skin hydrated, which I liked, and it just felt very, very nice on my face. It was very creamy. It just felt nice on my face. It really did clean my skin and keep it nice, and of course Accutane was helping kill off my acne because I had 6-stick acne, which if you want to hear all about that, just check out my acne vlogs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this just kept my skin very hydrated throughout Accutane. It was very nice to use morning, night, and just worked really well with my skin. Love it. Okay, so next for skincare, this is actually a favorite from Trader Joe's, and I believe it's limited edition, which I'm sad about because this is amazing. This is the Trader Joe's Rose Water Facial Toner. It's supposed to hydrate and refresh your skin. This is amazing. You just refresh throughout the day or just use after you wash your face. So I would wash my face, especially if I exfoliate. I usually use something like this because it just really balances my skin, which I believe you're supposed to do. Use like something like this when you like exfoliate, and this just smells really good. It feels nice on your face, feels cooling, and I think this is definitely amazing. If you see it at your Trader Joe's, literally pick up 5 bottles. It's amazing. It's only like 3 something, I believe, and it literally is the best like toner ever. Okay, and then the last skincare product, I've talked about this from time and time again here on my channel, and this is the Ultra Repair Cream. I just got the 2-ounce like squeeze tube one. I'm almost out of it, so maybe I should get like a bigger version of it, but you know, we'll see and everything. But this is the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty, and like I said, I mentioned this several times here on my channel. I just really love this, and I think it works well with my skin. When my skin was very dry, I could use this morning and night, just apply a nice layer, and even makeup was fine, like applying over this because I had such dry skin. I think my skin definitely is dry, but not as dry as it was. Literally, my skin was so dry that like in the morning, if I didn't like get up right away, like on the weekends, I wouldn't get up until like sometimes 10 or 11. I'd just lay in bed and stuff, just be on my laptop and stuff like that, and my skin would get so dry that it would just have dry patches if I didn't wash my face right in the morning. So yeah, this really just helped my skin. It kept it hydrated. Even my body, this is great for. And yeah, you can get it in the tubs or you can get like a giant little squeeze tube, but I prefer the squeeze tube. But I love this. It just hydrates my skin, keeps it nice and plump, and just great. I lied. I have one more product that I guess would be considered skincare. So the last product I promise for skincare is the Aquaphor Healing Ointment, advanced therapy for cracked, dry, or irritated skin, clinically proven to restore and smooth healthy skin. It just looks like this. It's in the squeeze tube and everything, and you just squeeze it up. And then I think it has like a fine tip applicator, so you pull that off and then it can come out of there. But this is amazing, especially if you have very dry, crackly lips. Like this will help you. Like I literally used to apply this on like 50 times a day. Like literally, no jokes. I used to apply this 50 times a day because my skin was so cracked and just so disgusting and everything. I put this on my lips. So what I mean is by my skin, I mean my lips were very cracked, and I had to apply this like 50 times a day. I love this. It really just moisturizes. It's better than the Bite Beauty Agave mask, and just better than even just the regular small tube of Aquaphor. Yes, get the big tube if you're on acne or if you just have chronically dry lips. Like yes, this is great and I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to makeup, and I have several products that I would like to talk about. I don't have like a ton just because I wanted to focus in on like the products I've been using the most. Compost. So the first one I actually don't have with me, so I'll probably put a picture on the screen, but the foundation I have loved for the last probably like 5 months is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. I've tried out the Total Cover, I've tried out the Infallible Pro Matte, I've tried out all the Infallible foundations, and the Pro Glow has to be my favorite. It was great for my dry skin because it just made it look glowy, it made it look healthy, and just made it not look crackly and everything, which I love. And it was just such a nice foundation. It had great coverage, it was great for just every day, and it was just my favorite foundation. Applied great with a sponge and a brush. I honestly really liked applying foundation with a sponge better with my dry skin, just because it really just moisturized and made my skin look even glowier than it already was. And yeah, it was just my favorite foundation. It just worked so well, so I have to, you know, give it an honorable mention. And then another foundation that I really liked is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir in 710. And by the way, I did first impressions on both of those, so I'll try to link those up above. And yeah, this is another one I used for months and everything. Now, I know a lot of people with oily skin really like this foundation and stuff because it does give them a healthy look, but it also isn't like dewy. And that's the CoverGirl Vitalist. Like I said, just looks like this. I love the packaging on this. I love the gold and everything. And this has a pump, so yay. I don't like when foundations don't have pumps. And I had mine 710, and this does oxidize, so I don't really use this a lot now, but I do really like it, and I'm probably gonna use it more in summer as I get more of a tan. I'll probably pull this back out, but I did like it even though it was kind of, I would say it was more like a demi matte, but I didn't find it drying on my skin for my dry skin. I just didn't set like around my nose or like on my top lip because I did get dry there, but I did think this gave me just a natural kind of glowy look, and I love this for like my everyday foundation, just for my everyday life in school. So yeah, I love this foundation. I think it's super nice, and I definitely think it's great for oily skin and dry skin. Okay, so another product that I got from the drugstore that I am loving is the Essence Make Me Brow. I love this brow gel. I love it better than the Gimme Brow, and this is like a fraction of the price. I think I mentioned this on my channel a couple times just within the last few months, but I love this. It has such a small like brush like the Gimme Brow. I do think it's like slightly bigger, so I kind of like the one in the Gimme Brow better, but I love this formula just the same. I don't really find that I really like spending money, like that much money on the Gimme Brow, because it is like what, $24 for a brow gel, and it lasts like a year. I'd rather get this for like $2.99, $3.99, and then, you know, just like repurchase it every few months or every year. Like, I'd rather spend $3.99, and this just really just works well for my brows. I have it on my brows today. It fills them in, but it also just like makes them look natural. It brushes them out. It just makes them look great, and I love this just all the time. I use it like pretty much every day. Sometimes I'm lazy and don't do anything with my brows because I do have thick brows, so I can do that, but I typically use this every day, and I love it. It's such a great product, and I think the only place you can really get Essence these days is Ulta, which is frustrating. They took it out of Target. I'm still outraged with that. Yeah, but I love this product, and it's great. Okay, so next I have a primer that I've been loving these past few months, and this is the NYX Hydro Touch Primer Base. I love this primer. I was kind of like, this is a little expensive for drugstore. I believe this might have been $12, but this is such a like moisturizing primer. It does just feel like a cream, almost water feeling on your skin, which feels so hydrating, especially really dry skin. I would pretty much only recommend this for dry skin or maybe normal skin. It just, especially in the winter, it just feels so nice on your skin, and if you're like me and you're on Accutane, you will love this. Even now, I'm like mixing it with like drops or illuminators to even make it glowier, so I'll like mix them together, which I love, and it's just such a nice primer. It really just preps the skin, keeps it hydrated for foundation, gets you ready, and I just love this primer. It is so good. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it for those dry skin people out there. So next I have a favorite mascara, and it's actually a sample, and at first I was like, what is this mascara? Like, it's kind of interesting, but then I started to love it. I actually have it on my lashes today, and they look so good. Like, yes, this is the Tarte Gifted Mascara. I love this. The wand on this is so good. Just looks like this. It's just such a nice wand. It really gets all the lashes and really volumizes them and just makes them look amazing. I love this mascara. It's honestly like, I don't know, it might be becoming my new Tarte favorite, which you know I love Tarte's mascara. It's probably my favorite Tarte mascara, but this one is pretty amazing. Like, I just love it. The brush is great. It really gets into those lashes, really volumizes them and lengthens them and just makes them look great. And yeah, I really love them. I think it's such a nice mascara. Definitely one I would recommend. It's amazing, like, honestly, and I'm not really too big into mascaras, but this one is definitely one that's way up there. Love it. Okay, so now for the rest of the makeup, I have some palettes that I've been using. These are mostly all the palettes I've been using. So I'm going to talk about my Panda palette first. So this is my Panda palette for this year. This is the BH Cosmetics and Carly Bible, just the original palette. I had like a conflicting, I guess, issue, not even issue, like I just had conflicting feelings about this palette. I used to love it. I believe it was like shortly after it came out in like January of 2015, I believe it was. Yeah, I believe it was 15. And I've been using it a ton and I'm obsessed with it. I'm hitting pan, and I think the reason why I would consider this a favorite is because I've been really using it and I've been really trying to use it and, you know, use it more and get like, you know, a feeling for it. I don't know how to word this. Yeah, I've been really just enjoying it and enjoying trying to use it up, and I've really just been working with it. I've been like exploring new looks of it, and yeah, these are all the shadows I have left, and I've been having fun playing with it and trying to use it more. So that's why I would call it a favorite. And a lot of these shades are great for every day. So in school, this was great for me just because I wanted something simple, and I would use some of those champagnes and golds and it would just work really well. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today, and I have a video, like a chit chat ready to me on this look very soon. And yeah, I've been loving this palette, I think. So yeah, I really like this, and I don't know if you can really purchase it anymore unless you buy it secondhand, but I do think it's a nice palette, and it's definitely been a personal favorite of mine. Then another palette I've been loving is the Anastasia, however you want to say it, Modern Renaissance palette. I really like the left side of this palette mostly. I actually tried out the taupe shade and then the dark brown yesterday, and I really liked that. I actually wanted to do like an actual look. I posted on my Instagram story a look with those shades and just with this mixed with something else, but I think I want to do like that as my spring everyday look. My favorite part of this palette is this side of the palette. I think it's very great for every day and everything. I love raw sienna and then burnt orange shade, and I love primavera. This side of the palette I just find is just very everyday, and then this side you can like still get an everyday look, but you can also just play, which I like. And I just find that these colors are just so beautiful and they just apply very well. They're very like, I don't know, they blend very well, they apply very well, they're pigmented, they're great, and I just find you can get an everyday look with this palette. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of those palettes like I like to play with it, but I also like to get an everyday look with, and it's just a palette you can mix and match with other shadows, which I love, and it's just so beautiful. And I can't believe, or I just got this for Christmas, so I can't believe that. And yeah, I love this palette. It's amazing. Okay, and the last palette that I've been loving is the Tartelette Toasted palette. I believe I mentioned this in the beginning of the year in a favorites video, and I'm still loving it. I've discovered new looks of it that makes me love it more. And yeah, this is what the colors look like. So again, they're more of the warm toned kind of look. It's kind of more warm tone colors, but it's definitely something you can use for every day. It's so great for every day, honestly, like so great. So you have just such beautiful colors. I love the gold. I love that like just warm brown colors, and then I also love the fiery colors and even those golds up top. You can get such beautiful everyday looks. If you want to see like a great everyday look, check out my Karen Get the Look, which I'll link up in the cards because I did a really like simple look with that. But yeah, I love this, love all the shades. And also check out, if you really want to see every shade in action, check out the video I did where I just used every shade in one palette, because that was this palette. Love the look I created. These are the shades, so beautiful. Just if you love warm tone shadows, you will love this palette. And I have all the Tartelette palettes, and they all like are in my heart. They all stole my heart in a certain way. Like I love all of them for their own reason, and this one is definitely one I would recommend, especially if you love warm toned looks. Okay, so that's all the makeup, and I don't really have fashion favorites, but I am gonna pull out a hat that I've been obsessed with that I'll show you real quick. So I love this hat. I've really come to love hats hats recently, and this hat that I love is from Adidas, but I actually think I got this one from Marshalls or something like that, and I love this hat. It is super cute. I just love wearing it when I don't, like a lot of times when I don't wear makeup, I will just wear a hat and then like tie my hair in the back, looking all cute. And then yeah, I love this hat. It's just, I don't know, it's just so cute and just so like, you know, like perfect. I don't know. It's just so cute, and I look sporty, which I like to look like sometimes. I do love to be all girly a lot of the time, but it doesn't hurt to like, you know, just look cute and casual sometimes. I love that hat. And yeah, it's such so cute, and I just love this hat. It is literally just you know, it's fun to wear a hat sometimes, and I love Adidas stuff. I don't know why, but like Adidas and Nike are probably my top two like favorite like attire sports apparel stuff. I just love Adidas and Nike. Okay, so now I guess I'll talk about TV, the TV shows I've been obsessed over these past few months. The first one would be The Good Doctor. I know I mentioned it. Did I mention it in my 2017 random favorites? I think I might have. I really like The Good Doctor. If you haven't seen it before, it's about a doctor who is going into his residency, I believe it is, and he has autism and savant syndrome. Oh my god, this show is so good. The season finale really killed me. Oh, just like everything around it, and it's just such a great show. It has like the perfect amount of everything in it, and I just really love it, and I love the stories they're telling on the show, so I really like that one. And then of course we all know I'm obsessing over Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med, because I'm always obsessing over them 24/7, even on hiatus, which is where we're pretty much at right now, because I'm pretty sure by the time this video goes up, they won't be on air for the summer, of course. Like, I wish they were on air 12 months of the year, but they need a break sometimes, so I get that. So I just had to give an honorable mention for that. Then a new show I've been really liking is The Resident. I love this show. Now, if you don't know, I was a huge Revenge fan back in the day, you know, just since the start, that was my show. And that has to be still one of my top 10 shows. And I really want to make a video on shows that are like my all-time favorites. So if you want to see that, let me know. I really love The Resident. My point of mentioning Revenge is because if you remember Amanda, aka Emily Van Camp, she is in The Resident. So that's kind of the reason why I started watching. Also, the guy that played... Why do I always forget his name? The guy that played Rory's rich boyfriend in Gilmore Girls is also in it. He's one of the doctors. And then Emily Van Camp's character is one of the nurses. And the season finale is tonight, so I'll have a reaction on that on my second channel very soon. But yeah, I love this show. It's basically about exposing the medical world and exposing like the bureaucracy. I can't say that word. So like just exposing bad doctors, exposing what happens. And I know people are like, the medical accuracy isn't that great, but I'm like, it's a medical show, it's also a drama, so they gotta put that in there. And it's just such a great show. I love it. It's so good. Now I have two podcasts that I've been listening to. I've been really getting into podcasts. I wasn't one to really listen to podcasts all that much. I've been really getting into podcasts recently, and there are two that I really like. So the first one is a One Chicago one, so if you don't like One Chicago, you probably won't relate on this, but I think it's a great podcast if you are a shyhard like myself, and that would be the Meet Us Some Ollies podcast. I love this podcast. I seriously love it. I've been really getting into it within the last 4 or 5 months. I've been really getting into it. I always listened to it, but I wasn't like on it. And now I'm like, oh my god, I love this podcast. It's so amazing. Like, so amazing. I just love everything. Oh my god, it's so good. And especially if you want like kind of a recap, but also to hear other people's opinions on your favorite show, or shows I guess I should say, because it's One Chicago, then you definitely should check out their podcast. It's amazing. They like talk about just, you know, like One Chicago in the episodes, and they recently did interviews with Patty, Roland Buck III, and Derek Haas. I love the podcast because I don't know very many people that like love One Chicago, so it's always great to hear other people's opinions besides friends that like, so I can be like, that's a different view than I was thinking. And it's just so great that I just love hearing other people's opinions, like I probably said 50 times, but it's just great to hear just things in different ways, because sometimes I might be feeling this, but somebody else might be feeling that, and it's great to have it all out there and stuff. And yeah, so I love that podcast. And then the other other podcast I've been loving is Coffee Compost, which is the podcast from Kale from Team Up 2, and then also Lindsay Chrisley from Chrisley Knows Best, both reality stars, of course. And I love this podcast. I love it because they do talk about, like, of course, like their lives, but they also talk about, you know, like what's going on in the news and just random things. And I love just, this is like an easy podcast to listen to if you just want to like go on a walk and listen to it. I love, like, when I would walk to class, always listen to a podcast, even if it was really long, because I would just pause it and then listen to the rest later. Or when I'm cleaning, I love listening to them. Like, I was just unpacking my stuff and listening to the podcast, because I can't, like, sometimes I just can't sit there and listen to it, especially if it's long. And yeah, I think podcasts are great if you're gonna go on a long drive, walk, whatever you're doing. I think they're great when you're kind of on the go. And so yeah, I love both of these podcasts. If you have any podcast suggestions, leave them down below. These two have to be my favorites. Just love them. Okay, so now I have a few songs to mention. I will link my Spotify down below. These are going to be in my spring of 2018 playlist. I don't do monthly playlists just because I tend to listen to certain songs like every few months, but I do have some favorites, and I tried to narrow it down because I do have a ton of favorites, but these are like my top of the tops, I guess. So the first one is You Make It Easy by Jason Aldean. So yeah, I love this song. It's just one of those great country songs. It's really happy and it reminds me of Dawsey, not gonna lie. Okay, so the next song is Have It All by Jason Mraz.
Well, here's to the hearts that you gon' break. Here's to the lives that you gon' change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have.
So yeah, I love that song. It just makes me so happy. I don't know like how to like explain these songs or anything, but it just makes me so happy. Then the next one is Better With You by Jesse McCartney, and I just discovered the acoustic version and obsessed with that, so I'm gonna find that. And can we just talk about how Jesse McCartney was like, I loved his songs back in the day, and him coming back, I was like, where have you been?
But I know I'm better with you.
Yes, love it. And the acoustic is like 15 times better than the original. The original is amazing. I love the original. It's a 10 out of 10. But the acoustic is like, oh my god, pushing me over a cliff. So good. I love it. Pushing me over a cliff in a good way. Next, Loving Sugar by Mary Morris. I actually discovered this through Casey Holmes. She mentioned it recently, and it's kind of like a couple years old, but it's just so good. And she's coming to the fair this year in New York, so of course I'm going. And it's free, so you should go too.
Baby, would you be my sugar, sugar? Make my heart race even on a good day. You make the world taste better, better. Good on anything. Want you on everything. Just a little bit is all it tastes like. Coca-Cola on a Christmas day.
Yeah, love it. So catchy, and I love like every Mary Morris song, like no lies. Okay, next been loving Hands on Mine by Megan and Liz. Love all their songs, of course.
Cause when you know, I knew that it was over from the second that you put your hand on mine.
Love it. Just love all their music. I love the country, but also pop vibe. There's like nothing to say about all these songs. They kind of just speak for themselves, like, yes. Okay, so now I have one more, which is Bridges Burn by Need to Breathe. Love it. Chicago Fire inspired this song because they had it on there. And I try to make playlists for all the songs that are on like my favorite shows because that's me.
Stand in the rain till the pages turn. Dance in the light of a lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Yes, I would literally play full versions of this song, but copyright, and also we don't have time for that. And yeah, that's it for all the music favorites. And I have like one more favorite I must mention, and I never really mention these in videos. I don't know, because I just don't. And I'm gonna mention a YouTuber or two that I love because I feel like I need to mention this. And I'm sorry if this video is like 50 minutes long. I try. Okay, so my favorite YouTubers, I'm just gonna mention a few, but first first, of course, everybody is obsessed with her, but like, come on. Elle freaking Mills. Like, yes, Elle Mills. Like, yes, I'm going there. I discovered her, of course, through KK and Baby J, of course. And I, like, one day, it was several months ago, several months ago, I was like, I'm just gonna watch her videos. And I didn't just watch one, I watched probably every single video within a day's span. I was just like, homework? No. Elle Mills. Like, just watch all these videos. So funny. And, you know, I'm like into the vlog type videos. She is just so funny, cinematic. I love all her videos. So amazing. If you haven't checked her out, you need to. Link down below. So good. Yes. Like, you need to. Like, so good. Just love her videos. I've seen a couple of them like 100 times, no lies. And then I also been into another YouTuber, does like vlog style, lifestyle type videos, and that is Jillian Mercado. I love her videos. Her son Mateo is so cute. I've been really into her videos. I love the style of her videos, and she's just so funny too. Like, so I love her videos, and y'all know I love KK and Baby J and just OK Baby and all the people. There's so many people I love. I'm gonna do like a vlogger style video because there's so many that I love. So yeah, those are all my favorites. I feel like we just sat here for an hour talking, or I talked. Obviously you can't talk back to me. Well, you can, but I won't hear it. And yeah, so these are all my favorites. This is it for my favorites. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. These are all my current faves. I'll try to do a May favorites. If not May, we'll do June. But yeah, I'm super excited about everything. I'm super excited to be back for summer. Yes. And I'm excited to be filming a lot more. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your current favorites, just anything you've been loving, because I'd love to hear about it. Comment anything beauty or skincare or random podcasts, YouTubers. I'd love to hear about it all down below, so let me know. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and I'd love for you to be subscribed to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!